Robert White, Global Sales Manager and Head of R&D at Superior Transmission Parts, Tallahassee, Florida. Kind of a threefold company. We have tools for automatic transmissions for certain problems and fixes. We have our Fairbanks Performance Division, which is old school transaction, and our new school power tow kits, which are a specific truck line for truck performance and towing and hauling. We're the only company on the market that has a 3-level kit for the Ford F-150 2001 up, the Ford 4R100, and our newest one, the 4L80E dual feed direct clutch for towing or performance in a box truck or a heavy-duty Chevy truck. A lot of guys use them for off-road racing too, or track racing. Fairbanks was known back in the 80s and the 70s for their old school 300, 350, and 400 kits. We basically brought those back out to market in 1998 and recertified their line, and now they're the Superior's Performance Division. If you're doing a lot of towing, you want to modify your transmission because a lot of people will put engine controllers and all these engine parts on, and the poor transmission, which is the one that transfers all the powers to the wheels anyway, gets overlooked all the time. Just because it's buried under the hood and underneath the vehicle doesn't mean that it's not the most important feature of your vehicle when you're doing performance or towing. Our kits and our products open up the lube circuits, get more oil on the gears. The planetary gears in the transmission can cook down over time from heavy loads, friction and heat build up, so forth and so on. We also augment the shifting, but a lot of our kits, besides augmenting the shifting, give you 3 or 4 different levels of either a softer fleet commercial level 1, or a mid-track or heavy towing level 2, or a pure performance level 3 mode, which is for your guys that are putting double controllers, maybe a diesel injection system, really high-powered performance products under the hood, so that the transmission can help actually work with the engine to get the power to the wheels, and then you really have a nice tow rig or a nice hot rod rig. The downside to not doing any augmentation to the transmission is it's going to blow up and leave you walking. It's like a thing I've always said, you can have the best engine in the world and have $50,000 under the hood, but that's not what makes your transmission. You can have an engine that's running on 3 cylinders and cross the finish line with a good transmission. The common problems that we see in the industry right now are probably converter clutch issues. That's been a big deal now that converter clutch is coming on. The weakness of parts and materials due to CAFE standards. They're trying to cut weight to meet the EPA CAFE standards, which really I think are impossible at sometimes to reach. And so when they do that, they lighten the load, which means instead of using cast iron like they used to, now they use pot metal aluminum. And a lot of those parts do not hold up over the long term. So in the end result, the consumer is the one that feels the pain. A lot of our valves and steel sleeves and so forth are made out of what we call real steel. It's a 12L14, like a high temperature, high stress steel, stress proof steel that we basically make in Tallahassee, Florida at our plant. All of our products that you see behind me are all USA made out of very, very high special equipment. We do CNC machining on our pieces. It's all billets, all US billets, nothing offshore, and the material really speaks for itself. We basically tool to aircraft spec. And in automotive, that's very unusual. We do 3 series of testing. We do a physical drawing test where we make sure it's the right thing that we wanted when it came off the machine. The second thing that we do is a actual test by hydraulics or on a dyno. Most of our hydraulic dynos are very small nowadays. Everybody thinks of big giant dynamometers, but they're actually very small now. The third is actual road testing. We will actually go out and purchase the vehicles of that transmission type or of truck of a performance like our 48RE kit. We actually got a dually, hooked a trailer to it, augmented all the steps that we wanted into the transmission, and then took it out and beat the snot out of it for months and just kept taking them back apart, seeing how we fixed the wear or what was going on, or in some cases the performance aspect. We might take them off-road and go through giant mud bogs or go up big hills, or like I said, kind of simulate a load, but actually put, like I have a 26-foot toy hauler, put the toy hauler on the back of the truck and tow it. We also had some customers for our 4R100 kit that were towing a backhoe like 17, 18, 19,000 pounds, which was way overtaxed of even what the cab and chassis could develop. And by putting in our kit, the transmission at least held up. You can go to www.superiortransmission.com. You can call us in Tallahassee at 850-575-7155. That's our tech hotline number. Just leave your number and area code on the answering machine and we'll return you on our phone call. And we're more than happy to talk to you about anything from tech support to new products that are coming out.